what you look, it's how you carry yourself. That's the most important thing. It's the kind of how you take care of yourself inside that is
Yep.
reflected outside.
Let's talk about a little bit more beside your body shape, about mental health. What do you feel after you transform your physical, and then is that help for your mental health? Is that anything that you learned in the journey of 10 years that fitness did help your mental?
Yeah, so I think definitely like fitness has helped like the mental health part like so much. Like I feel like one of the most important things I've taken away from this journey, and I'm still on it, is really the mental health aspect. Like for me, it became an outlet. So now it's something that I truly believe in. I get to work out because that's my profession. I love it. I get to help other people. So it's perfect, right? And then at the same time, it also is something that I use to relax, like on a daily basis. Like, I mean, it de-stresses, like it helps me de-stress. I know people think like, you lift heavy and then it becomes like something that you should, it is very draining. Wow, I see you lift so much, Mabel. It looks more tiring. Are you sure it relaxes you? But it does. And so for me, when you actually lift weights, or especially outdoors, when I'm training people, sometimes outdoors, or it depends, right? Like I see it and look at nature, you look at other people exercising, there's the green like trees everywhere, there's fresh breeze, you really feel very relaxed, and it helps you with the mental health part, which is literally like the actual aspects of it. Physically you feel better as well, and also the part where you feel like you can do anything, like you are able to, when you set your heart to it and then you just keep persevering, because it's really like an exercise in terms of discipline. Like for me, like initially, we talked about the body shaming, like how, when people tell you things like you can never please everyone, like what you said, like they look at you, they're so small, then they'll give you this comment, then they give you that comment. Yeah, so then you're just like, okay, never mind. Like, can I just say that just because you're petite doesn't mean, actually all the people that I know in teaching, we have something where we say, when I was a teacher, right, all the petite teachers, the fiercest teachers ever, because they get underestimated, they'll say, hey, you're so small, you're so like, right? But then I realized that it's not how you take care of yourself inside that is reflected outside. So when I'm exercising every day, it's not just the physical aspect. It's also how I'm, like in my head, there's always like a mental dialogue even when I'm exercising. It's like, you can push through it, people. Like, this is just one more. You're tired, but you need to do this. Like, it's for yourself. So you talk to yourself, and then it helps you to build that confidence, and it helps me, like, at least, to relax. And so all these things contribute to making you stay sane and healthy even during COVID times. That's why I said, like, even during COVID, it's very easy to feel like COVID-19 is something that's unexpected, and it has caused a lot of disruption. But for me, I coped with it with exercise, not overdoing it, but just sufficient enough, like outdoors and just spending time in nature. And all these really helps you with the mental health part, like, which is just to be active really helps a lot. Yeah, and also obviously it helps me in terms of the body shaming. Like when I lift weights, you get confident. No matter whether or not people start complimenting you, you will get confident because you're doing it for yourself. Your project, your body that you work out, it becomes for yourself, and then you realize that is not as important anymore what people tell you. Even now, I continue lifting. I've learned to like tune it out. But the one thing that I would say is very interesting is that because I was so obese for so many years, right? I was obese for 16 years, right? More than half of my life I was spent at a certain size. So I didn't believe in myself so many times. Like, for example, like even small things. For example, if I have to go through this doorway, maybe this size, like this smaller width, right? Then I have to go through it. Then I'll think, oh no, I cannot fit there, because I remember myself as a big person. You understand? Or like people will tell me, Mabel, I bought you this shirt, and I was like, I don't think I can wear it. And like, this is so big. I was like, no, it's too small. So when I first lost weight, it was really all these things. When you yourself, I told you that I'm the greatest critic for myself. I'll say I cannot do this. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. So slowly, you really have to test yourself day by day. You get stronger, and then you push yourself. Then you realize all these things are in your head. Like, why can't I do this? Or when you get stronger, you want to pick up. Like I work with moms. Like, they want to be stronger. They want to live long because they want to work with their kids. They want to live long for their family. Then they realize, like, I can actually do this. Just because I'm a specific age, just because you just gave birth, doesn't mean that, just because you're a woman, doesn't mean you cannot lift heavy. I can lift
Yeah.
heavy whether or not I'm a girl, and I can do many things like if I want to, beyond just the superficial thing of whether or not I can fit into this shirt. But I use it as an example to show, like when you start on this fitness journey, you start moving away from a lot of previous expectations or limits you set for yourself because you
Mm,
thought you couldn't achieve them, because you thought, yeah, just because I'm physically this way, I cannot achieve it. But then
mm,
when you start doing all the small steps of succeeding in your fitness journey, then you realize beyond that, well, like as an entrepreneur now, I'm seeing more
mm,
opportunities, I'm challenging, I'm pushing myself. So it's like, if I couldn't live this specific way, I'll try, I'll practice, I'll practice. Same thing, I apply that principle to my life as a business like owner. I try. Sometimes I think it should succeed, it doesn't. Then I just practice and I try, then I slowly get better. So
yeah.
that really helped with the mental health part also. So like the mental health aspects, there's so many to it. So just from lifting, I feel like, yeah, I really think like that was a great question, because for me personally, I think that would be the one of the greatest like benefits I've had from weightlifting, like from
Yes.
starting my fitness journey. Is really
Mm,
the best beyond the aesthetic part. Yeah,
mm.
the mental health part.
That's why I bring up the last question, because I think it's amazing that how we bring fitness to the different topic, that it's just not beyond or your physical. Because for me personally, I think the same. Is if don't have exercising, if the day I stress, if I don't go for a run or like make myself with nature or active or sweat, I don't think that is like a complete of helping my brain, because as a discipline, like you say, 30 minutes per day to exercise is the most
Mm,
least thing you can do for yourself. And you couldn't even
mm,
mentally preparing for it, not have a strength to do that. How can we achieve more things in life? And mental health, like even with like you say, I agree. In the middle of COVID, the more I realize how important health
mm,
is, because right now we strong, we fit, we healthy. Did COVID will hit us maybe, but did the chance of us have a disease and have to be hospitalized like the people who never acted before? I'm sorry to say this, but it's very slim and low, because we really maintain our health at certain level that even that's happened, we know we have a strength to in
mm,
mentally and physically to deal with it. So
mm,
um it's it's kind of what I'm looking for in long run, that is more people who do fitness like you get a right message outside the world and be authentic, like just tell them the truth. It's not a rosy road, it's not like
yeah.
a very like beautiful picture. It's have challenge, it's have a difficulty, but if you book your mentor inside, like you say, it's help
Mm,
you mentally, it's help you physically, help you deal with a lot of issue in life. It's not only your
mm,
body. So then of course it will be a different thing to grow together in your life, like you say, like love yourself, like do it. And one thing that you've been keep saying just now that I like a lot, that you say treat yourself like a project that you have to be better every day, right? Because
mm,
sometimes we tend to look outside a lot, and even now, no matter
mm,
how much we say like, oh, I don't care outside much anymore, but you can't deny that,
yeah.
marketing is everywhere. Everybody posts something like make you feel like, oh, this pill is magic, this drink is
Yeah.
magic, but it's no magic. Behind the scene is hard work,
Exactly.
right? It's
Yeah,
just the
it
hard
takes so
work.
much
That's it.
effort. Yeah, people
Yeah.
people like to say like I remember I had questions like, or they really assume that it could be easy, maybe because they see you doing it and they think it's easy. They see like, oh, you got there, maybe you had an easy way out. Like for me, maybe a lot of people like to say they assume it's like, well, I've had it already. Like I always was lean. They were like, oh no, maybe you don't understand. Until sometimes I have to take the photo. I say, no, this was me. Like it's really a lot of work, and you just have to put in the effort, and it's a slow, consistent building. You take one pill, no, it's not gonna help you. Maybe
No.
you can see it for a while, but you want something that lasts forever, you treat yourself like a project, like what you mentioned.
Yes. Thank you for continue support my Ms.Nhi podcast, and don't forget to